Good morning and welcome everyone. Here's Johnny. Well, today, um, during the show, I'll be waiting until about maybe towards the end to make a big announcement for some things that are going to happen on the channel. And so I want to welcome Adam Record Crate and Marion. Welcome to the chat. And Adam, you get the pie point this morning. We everyone who's first in the chat, and if you go back and watch the actual video, or just go to the video once it goes up on my channel and is live streamed on the channel, and you're the first to comment in there on any of the ones of the morning show of videos, you will also earn a point, and we calling these high points, where I will be doing a drawing at the end of the month, and those that are from either first in the chat or first in the live will be entered into a I'll be doing a box of moon pies, and that's how I'm going to get the drawing for those. And Jennifer Haynes in their house. Welcome. Good morning. I hope everybody's having a great day. Let me get to my comments here. And so as everybody comes in, I'm just going to let you know that there will be an announcement made today, and it'll actually start going in effect for next week. And I also want to thank all those who did come out last night to the auction that we had, and I'm going to be doing a change in that as well starting next week. And so we're just trying to tweak it out and just see how things go. And Tina, welcome. And so I hope everybody's having a good morning and a great start to a good weekend. Let's see here. Let me get to where's my, there it is. And then, of course, as I always do, I let everybody know that the link to the chat, if you would like to come on and talk a little bit about your channel, this is what it's all about, sharing the other channels. That way you can come and get a little spotlight, so to say, on your channel. That way you can talk about your channel, what you may be doing, what things coming up in your channel that you're doing with your channel, and that kind of stuff. And so as people are starting to roll in, like I said, I'm going to wait to the end to make a big announcement, which will start next week. I'm actually on my phone. I have it on low volume of another show that I'm watching because he's making a big announcement as well. So anyway, I hope everybody had a good week and good sales and that kind of stuff. And if there's any particular topic you'd like to talk about, that's what this show's about. We just go with the flow at what's going on in the chat, and also anyone who would like to come on for the live. This is my first full week, and I want to say thank you all of you who came out to support each day because of the fact that it looks like my normal first morning week of shows has been over 100 to 125 in the chat, at most of the chat itself, while I'm doing my lives. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out and support me on that. And this was just like a whole new thing for me. And well, I was looking forward to it. And so it was the opportunity, and I was able to take it. But we're going to even expand some more starting next week. So I will be making those announcements towards the middle to the end of the show. Excuse me. Oh, my nose itches. So I hope everybody's having a good day and weather-wise. And we woke up this morning to 58-degree weather this morning. So it's going to be nice again today. I'm looking forward to it. Getting some more stuff listed, more pictures taken, and going through some more inventory stuff. And tonight, don't forget, I am going to be on with Queen Cleopatra and Adventures in Reselling Victoria as a guest on their auction tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And it's on Adventures in Reselling Victoria's channel. And then, of course, I do have all my thumbnails out for the week of next week already this morning. So you feel free to check them out and see what I have going on for next week. Living Frozen Donna in the house. Good morning. Basically just waiting for a few more people to come in as we start this morning. TGIF to everyone. So does anybody have special plans for the week? Or weekend, should I say? It's supposed to be a good weekend here, so I hope. How things going with you, Adam? Anyone have any major plans for the weekend? And if anybody wants to come on in and talk about your channel, or the link's right there in the chat, you're more than welcome to come on. Come in and sit on the panel with me. Talk about whatever you like to talk about. Miss Debbie does sales in the house. Good morning, Miss Debbie. I got to work on a video today for my cooking channel. I'm ready to put it all together and then make it live today. Because I have to do another video that I'm cooking for dinner tonight. Been frozen. Tells everybody hello. Good morning. That's great. I hope everybody's got a good weekend plan coming up. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out each and every day and supporting the channel, showing your love and support. Hope everybody's doing good. At least a good start to the weekend. Or any major plans. TGIF. So yeah, if you ever get a chance, just make sure you check out the videos, because I do have all the thumbnails ready for next week, including my bingo on my channel this Tuesday. It's going to be 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern on my channel. And of course, we do rotate with Adventures in Reselling Victoria and also with LL Stash Larry. Everybody saying hello and good morning. I didn't catch the show yesterday. It was a good one. Y'all may want to go back and check it out. We had a good bit of conversations going on yesterday. It was wonderful. And that's what I like about each and every day. You just never know what we're going to talk about, or the conversation, how it turns, or anything that we talk about is just amazing. That everybody has good ideas and things and shares. Relisting, cross-posting, cleaning, listing, making new videos. But that's going to be a good weekend for you. I got to get some more listings done too. I've got a lot to start taking pictures for and getting more listed this weekend as well. Blue Husky, welcome. Good morning. What am I doing here? Jesus. Flipping accounting, welcome. So if there's any particular topic you'd like to talk about, we'd be glad to talk about it. And if you have any anything going on special this week or weekend or next week, and I'm going to put the link in the chat. So if you'd like to come on and even promote your channel, talk about your channel, or anything special going on, you're more than welcome to come on. Open the chat to the panel to what you want to talk about. Yeah, this weekend here, I just started yesterday. Actually, this morning, I think it was. It might have been yesterday. I actually started a sale on my account for anything over 165 days. Just to get some more out, because it seems like every time I'm running sales, it does a real good weekend. So I just started that this morning. I try to run it on the weekends and the beginning of the week. So we'll see what happens. I think I'll put it on for this morning until Sunday morning. So yeah, I did it this morning. Good morning, Larry. Welcome. I hope everybody's having a good day, and hopefully got a good plan for the weekend. If anybody's interested in coming on and talking about your channel and anything going on, you're more than welcome to come on. And of course, next week I will be announcing some special events and news going on for next week, starting Monday. There's going to be a little bit of a change going on and some good news coming up for next week, starting next week. So stay tuned for that. At the end of the show, we'll talk about that, or as soon as we get around to having a little bit more people in the chat, and that way everybody will know what's going on. Doobie-doobie-doo. Say two. I hope everybody has any comments. You're more than welcome to put them in the comments or any questions. We can be glad to answer the questions for you. Well, I say we because I'm so used to saying we. Chat, comments. So yeah, we had a good little turnout last night. I noticed when I went back and looked at my video from last night, it was our first live auction on the channel, and we did the 5 o'clock traffic jam auction, and we had over 102 people, I believe, in the chat last night. So that was a good start for our first auction. Anybody going sourcing or garage sales? If y'all have any in your area, I don't think I'll have any this weekend. I didn't get no notifications yet. And then again, I really didn't look yet either because I didn't see the notifications come up. My sales have been pretty fairly the same as every week. Seems like when I changed over to managed payment, it seems to buy out a little bit, but then it started picking up again day before yesterday. I don't know about how everybody else was doing. Morning, Tony. Tina. So I hope everybody's doing well on their sales because, like I said, mine was a little down at the beginning of the week, but it picked back up since when. I'm getting some good, decent sales. But again, every week it's about an average for me, except for when I switch over to managed payment. And then, of course, I did start the sale this morning where I got 30% off on anything that's over 165 days in my store. Let's see, Rick, it took me a year, but yesterday I got a label printed. eBay labels. Good morning, Mike. January house in the house. What did he say here? Oh, here we go. Went to an estate sale yesterday. Got a bunch of items for $35 and doing video later. Oh, that's cool. I love going to estate sales. Adam says he's had it took him a year. Yesterday he got his label printer, print eBay labels. I love my Dymo. This is the Dymo 4XL. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Mike? And there's the link if anybody would like to come in and share any information or news on your channels or anything coming up special in the week. More than welcome to come on and chit chat about it and promote your channel. Let's see, having a super sale this weekend on, I guess I'm assuming it's your entire store. 20%, 30%, 40%. I do that like the first week of the month. I'll do a 3-tier sale, and then the rest of the month I do a 2 to 3 tier sales, but I do that more on the weekends. On the beginning of the week, I do a 30% off. And what I'm trying to do right now is before Q4, is I've been taking and doing those sales twice a week because I want to get anything that's over 165 days to be moved out my store. So that's why I do that, and I only run it with anything over 165 days. I feel that's the best way to get rid of some of it, and that's how I'm getting sales. With those sales, if you run them, and like I said, I do 3 tiers, definitely the first weekend of the month. And then the rest of the month, I do at least 30% of anything over 100 days. And it's been working out pretty good for me. I'm trying different things to see what works best. And I find that if I do a 3-tier sale for sure at the beginning of the month, it works out real well. And I guess it's because a lot of people do get paid at the beginning of the month. And then, of course, the rest of the time, I just basically use the 30% off and change it to the what you call it, my volume was too loud on that one. And that's why I do it that way. I love moving out older stock. And that's a good thing, too, because then you can put more new stuff in as you go. And does everybody else do run sales on multiple levels? My Dymo 450 Turbo. What? I didn't even know they made a turbo. Mine's an XL. And how things going for you, Adam? You say to me, it's difficult. Difficult. Yeah, I understand. How are things going in your record though? I mean, are you still doing sales to where you can send out a lot of sales on your online for your store? Yeah, I'm trying something a little different every time I do a sale just to see what works. I don't know, for some reason it seems like more of the 30, anything higher than 30%, 25%, 30% seems to be working for me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Adam. 3 days running tiers, always on 3 tiers. Yeah. I did that for a while when I first started running sales. But I decided to try to something a little different. And again, everybody does something different that helps with their store. And I try to do something different every time I do it. Oh, I understand that one, Adam. Especially when you're so used to having customers going in and out of your store, and you don't have that now. Have they ever talked about when you'll be able to open your store up? As far as I know they're doing in different things in phases. Have they ever said anything about what phase you would be able to open your store in? It's got to be totally different because then you got people coming in and out of your store and they can't really look at it like on in hand kind of thing. It's totally different than doing things on sale online. Oh, okay, good. At least you get to make appointments, but I'm sure that's far few and far between. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I noticed that in our area here, they say that anywhere you go, actually, there's major signs, and there's always somebody on the outside of the business, making sure that you cannot go in without a mask because if they do, they make you turn around, which is a good thing. I need to start working this weekend. I'm getting some. I got to finish today and make my cooking video because I'm gonna be putting another cooking video together today when I cook dinner. I'm doing smothered potatoes with sausage, although some people may call it stewed potatoes. It's been a while. We go to the market and get some fresh potatoes. Let's see. So, Mike, if you're still in the chat, how did your auction go last night? I think you had an auction last night. But yeah, we'll be making some announcements in a little while. I'm waiting for someone to come in. Um, we will make the announcement at that time when that person comes in. Then, of course, I don't know if y'all noticed on the thumbnails for next week, but I already made the video clips for us to do our shows next week. I have the auction. We're changing it to Wednesday, same time, but just do it on a hump day, Wednesday, and still have the same thing about 5 o'clock traffic jam. And so that will be starting this week coming up. And so instead of it being Thursdays, we're moving it to Wednesdays. And that way we'll see how that works out. But we did have a good turnout last night of 102 plus. As far as I can see on the when the video went uploaded. And I think right now that it's still not completely done yet, but I'm still looking at about 102 we had last night. And to me, that was a good turnout for our first auction. And so that's going to be a good thing for us to. We're trying to tweak it and try to work around what we can to see what works best. Being we just starting out. Well, Jennifer, it's gonna be your birthday. Good. Yep, it's gonna be on Wednesday. And if you never got to sing happy, well, I don't know about singing, but we have to make sure we give you a happy birthday shout out. You have any big plans for your day of your birthday, Jennifer? And again, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out each and every day and supporting the channel and having a good time and chatting and talking about whatever may have to be a topic that may come up. Yeah, I understand that one, Jennifer. I'm the same way. I don't make any plans. I do what I want when I want it anyway. So, although this year I made myself a almond joy cake for my birthday. All right, I don't see what's the big deal if people have masks with them. Yeah, that's true. Everywhere right now. What girl? Are you so young? I just turned 54 this year. Yeah, this way, age is just a number, though. I'm just watching for someone's doing a live. See what's going on with that before on the channel here. Turning 50. Wow. I remember when I was that age. I just look at it this way, though. It's however you carry yourself for your age, it doesn't matter. I keep teasing my stepmother. She's 92, and she doesn't act it. So does anyone have any specific comment or topics you would like to talk about? We're more than welcome to share and comment on it. And if anyone would like to come in and do shout outs for your channel, there it is the link. You're more than welcome to come in. Looking at rainstorm, probably. Let's see. Someone is stuck in the rainstorm. That's probably what you're waiting on, Johnny. You must know already. Yeah, they're making their big announcement right now, and then they're gonna come to our channel. So you must know who it is. Yeah, we've been talking about it, so we're waiting to see. So you know who it is. Oh yeah, you got an idea. Yeah, you're right. Nothing gets past you, huh, Jennifer? Yeah, we've been talking about it for the whole week, trying to make out the things that they wanted, and it works for me anyway. So we kind of make sure and did all the final adjustments. But so yeah, that's if you hear it before there, you can know what it is. So everybody's like, okay, who is it? Unless they know too. Yes, I do. We had a long talk about it. The last couple of days we've been talking back and forth. And what happened was because of when I first started doing lives, I had to definitely take an evening slot because I thought it was really open without stepping on anyone's toes. And I'm trying to be nice about it to where I didn't want to just take any particular slot. And I kind of waited. That's when Larry and I started the Saturday live. That was like one of the best little times for us. And then I started doing the evening shows to where it basically was an extension of what we do on Saturdays. And so therefore, and that's what we're doing, Jennifer. And this way here, that the thing was when Anthony announced it Thursday, that was his last show. Then we started reaching out to each other and talking about it, and so we find that was the best thing to do. And so this way here, it won't be over each other, and so we're just going to join together. And that's what the announcement's going to be for this week coming. But yeah, it's going to be a great thing because we'll have, of course, different topics. Just go with the flow kind of thing, and we're going to be talking about some things that we want to implement during the week. So that'll be a good thing that's going to happen. Thank you, Jennifer. And I think what happened was we both saw that we wanted to do the same thing, um, and so we did talk about it. So we're going to announce it as soon as they come over. They're going to try to come over as soon as they're done, so we can make our own announcements together. Well, they're doing their announcement right now, so it will be a good thing. And we're starting Monday. Is what we're going to be doing. And that's why I also moved my auctions with Queen Cleopatra on to Wednesdays because it was just too much going on last night. And again, we just tried it to see if that would work out. And so we think that maybe Wednesdays will be better. With everyone else doing their stuff. So we're just trying to make it an easy flow with everything we're doing. And another thing too, I noticed on my account when we were talking about sales earlier, I noticed on my account, I like the idea that they're doing where with the managed payments, they're actually going in and I'm doing the daily payouts, and I like it because they already take their little fees out before it comes on into my bank account. But it does take a few days for it to go through, though. Yeah, and it's true, Tina. No, you're right, Jennifer. But yeah, you know what's going on. So anyway, we'll make that announcement in a little bit. But I just wanted to share things with y'all each and every morning. And my biggest thing is we're still going to have guests come on as we see the chat. If anybody wants to come in, we'll share the link and that kind of thing. So it's going to be a joint effort of something going to start next week. Actually, we'll start Monday. Figured it out the other day. Well, that is so cool, Jennifer. Oh, okay. Yeah, so one thing we try not to. I was trying not to say too much about it until we got the gist of what we want to do. You said you emailed them. Yeah. Yeah, because what I did was the beginning of the week, I wanted to make sure because he wanted to do lives, and I didn't want to be over his time. And I think we both had a misunderstanding on the time part because I didn't realize We were both in 2 different time zones. And so I thought when he told me the 9 o'clock, I was thinking, okay, that'd be good because I'm going on at 10 o'clock. And then kind of found out it was because of the different time zones that we were both at the same time. So, yeah, it was a little awkward, but it seemed to work out. It went out really well. And as long as you communicate with each other on things like that, it pans itself out. And that's what I was looking for, to make sure that we had a balance. Yes, it is, and that's what we've been talking about. So we'll announce all that as soon as he does come over, and make it official, so to say. Because I already have the thumbnails on it. If you went and looked at them, you would know. Yes, yeah. But he's going to go back to work too, so that's going to be a little hard for him in the mornings. Good morning, Tim. How you doing? So yeah, we're going to make that announcement as soon as it's in the time comes when he comes to the chat. I already sent them the links to come in when they're ready, and so we'll make that announcement as soon as he comes in. Try not to have the volume too high. How we doing, Tim? I want to thank you for coming and supporting the channel. And it's gonna be really nice to have a different type of morning show starting next Monday. And then of course we'll do the auctions now on Wednesdays, and then of course I'll still do my bingos on Tuesday and the live with Larry on Saturday. Good morning, Callie. Yeah, just getting in time for us to get ready to make an announcement pretty soon of some new changes for next week. So we're gonna come on and talk about them a little bit. So y'all just in time. Ouch. Good morning, Cajun. So Tim, is that the first time you worked overnight shift? I know I could never get used to that. Lord Jesus, 'cause that's a lot of over working nights. So just in a little while, we're going. I say we because someone's going to be joining me in the chat in the live today, where we're going to be making a big announcement, and it's going to go into effect on Monday. We worked out all the logistics of it, and we would like to share that with each and every one of y'all. And again, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out each and every day and supporting the channel. I want to welcome Mara and Buying Spaces. I thank each and every one of y'all like we do each and every day. So that's gonna be a great little announcement we're gonna have. So yeah, it's been a good week for me. I really enjoy the morning show, and it was a little rough because I had the 5:30 shows as well this week, but that is now over and behind us. I say us because I was doing it both morning and evening, but that was all right because that was my last Monday and Wednesday show this week. And so starting this week, it'll be just the morning shows and the bingo, auction, and live on Saturday. Let's see, did I miss anybody? Flipping Frozen, Cajun, Tim. Just make sure I didn't miss anybody. And don't forget, y'all can drop your links in the chat. That way, for those who may not be subscribed to you, or even you can double check to make sure they're still subscribed to you, you're more than welcome to drop your links to your channel and or any platform you sell on. You can drop those in the chat as well. I'm just trying to make the morning go quicker. But yeah, we're gonna have an announcement in a little while. That way y'all can all hear it together. Thank each and every one of y'all for telling each other good morning. Don't forget you can put your links in your chat, actually for your channel. And again, also don't forget you can also drop any links that you may have for any platforms you sell on. It's always a great morning when I see everybody in the chat, and it makes me feel good. Because I like to make sure we network and collaborate with each other. And look, Adam put his website for his albums. If you're interested in wanting to buy any kind of albums, vinyls. Thank you, Mike. It's not, you're more than welcome to drop your links. Thank you, Mara. I'm sorry if I keep looking down. I'm watching someone's chat because they're going to be coming over when they're done. Jennifer, you're so sweet. It's actually old vintage cars. I actually got this off of another YouTuber, Nate. He had it in his store, and it's got all different types of old Studebagers and wagons and cars all over it. It's got all the palm leaves and stuff like that too. Yeah, I love wearing shirts. The colorful, the brighter, the bolder, the better, because that's what I like wearing. And so most of my shirts are more like a Hawaiian type shirts or just casual wear shirts. And of course, I always have different tank tops to wear under the shirts to match. So I usually match all my tank tops with my shirts. I love those type of shirts. Like I said, the brighter, the bolder, the better. My closet's filled with all different colors and designs. But this one I got off of Nate. He had it in his store. Every day I'm hustling, and that's where I got this one from. Good morning, Gary. Start to their weekend. Thank you, Callie. Yeah, I love these different types of shirts. I just actually got some more that came in the mail. I bought from someone else on their from them, and they turned around, it was too big. I've been losing weight, and I'm trying to lose a little bit more. And I used to be in a 3XL, and I usually wear about a 2XL to an extra large. I don't like them too tight on me. And it just so happened I bought all these 3XLs, and I was able to put them on top of the shirt I was wearing, and it was way too big. So I'll be selling those. And Gary, if you have an auction, go ahead and drop the link so everybody can go and set the reminder to your auction. Or are y'all having one tomorrow? Thank you. Thank you so much. That is so good to hear. So Gary, if y'all having an auction, what day is it? And if you don't mind, put your link in the chat so everybody can set their reminders. And again, don't forget, but you can put your links in the chat. Thank you, Jennifer. You're so quick with that. I love it. Oh, okay. Yeah, and also Jennifer, don't forget, or if anybody wants to drop it, make sure we get Jennifer's link in there for everybody to go subscribe to Jennifer. What is this about corn? I have 10 corns on the cob ready to eat. We'll be listing and 2 hands job. Oh, okay. I haven't had corn on the cob in so long. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Jennifer, because I love the idea of sharing your channel too, because you're always putting everyone else's chat and link is in the chat so fast. We still want to make sure you get your recognition as well, because you're so good at that. But yeah, we don't want to miss out and not have you in the chat as well. And she's very talented being on 2 shows at the same time. Here will be here tonight. Oh, okay. So that's to be a different channel. Let me check that out. Make my reminder. Oh, Donna's new seller every hour. Oh, they're doing that marathon this weekend. That's right. I forgot about that. I didn't think, that's right. She did talk about that last time. So yeah, a lot auction 36 hour. Yeah, I remember. And I forgot she even talked about that. On the last one they did, there was such a great success. They decided to do it again, and I forgot all about that. So I know Gary and Tom did a real good turnaround too with that when they did it. I don't know how they did it for that long though, but Lord Jesus, that was a lot of work. Yeah, especially with a lot of butter. That does sound good in that corn on the cob. I know when I was living in Louisiana, it was always fresh out of my grandmother's garden, and it was the best. All right, for everyone who's in the chat, momentarily, we will have the announcement to come up and let everyone know in the chat what's going on. I'm still listening to their announcement right now, and Jennifer was amazing being 2 chats at the same time. All right, let's see here. We'll be on the channel tonight. All right, Gary says he will be on his channel tonight, and he will start at 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Wow, with Tom Cruise. We'll have a multiple guest on my channel. And we'll go back. Oh, so y'all rotating channels as well? Okay, I didn't know that. I know they did it last. Was it the end of last month? I think when they did that long marathon of auctions, and they would just basically rotate on other channels, and basically just rotate each one of the ones that we're doing it with. On weekend non-reselling related. Let's see here. I don't have anything planned because right now we still have so much stuff here that's not open, and so I basically just relax, watch TV, catch up on YouTube channels. Of course, Robert's off on the weekend, so he's got to get ready to go out of town Monday. So we usually just catch up and we might go to New Hampshire for a little bit, but that's about it. EG instead of butter. I never heard of that. What is that? It was like a spread or something? Okay, Christmas in July was rotated on 3. Yes, okay, I remember that. I knew it was something like that. I wasn't 100% positive, but I knew they were doing something like that. And that was an awesome, awesome auction. It was hard to see whose channel was on when you were in bed sleeping and you come back and wake up, and then it's on somebody else's different channel. So yeah, it was pretty good, and I liked it. So yeah, it's a big thing. Thank you, Justin. No money G in the house. How you doing, Tom? No money G. That's okay. No money G. I understand. It happens. I do the same thing at times. I sometimes have 3 tabs open and watch it on TV, depending on how many are on at the same time. Hi, Diane. Welcome. As some of them coming in and coming into the chat from Tommy and Daz, that is just the breaking of the ice of what's going to be going on. And there's Tommy, the bargain effect. That's okay. We're just chilling and talking and seeing what's going on for the weekend with everyone. Let's see. Chat. Lisa C, welcome. Seems to type to me joking. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a type of butter. I didn't know that. Oh, cool. All right. So pretty soon we will be making an announcement, which if you were already on someone else's channel, like the Bargain Effect Tommy 2.0, here he is with both him and Dev.
Hello, hello.
We're back.
I had the channel on low, and the funny thing about it, I'm watching your chat. I'm watching Jennifer on both of them. There's several in both, and I'm trying not to say who it is. And Jennifer's typing in her little ideas of who she thought it was. Dan, they're answering that in the house. Welcome. So now that everyone is here, and I'm sure for most of you, I'm doing great, Dan. Thank you for asking. We wanted to do this kind of like today as a break it out and break out the announcements because it's starting this Monday. Tommy and I and Desi have been talking last week when we found out that the Ecom and Beyond was going to be no more. Tom and I both heard and jumped on, and we kind of talked about it each other, kind of communicating. And so we came up with some things that we were talking about and what he wanted and what I wanted and kind of put it together. So starting this Monday, and if you haven't checked out the thumbnails yet, all the thumbnails are done for the week. I already did them this morning. And this way here, we're going to do, Tommy and Des are going to be with me on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. But we decided he would like to just have it on one channel, so we're having it on my channel. We're still going to call it the Morning Coffee with Kajun Morning Hour, and then I have all their information in the description bar, so that way you can also make sure you're subscribed to them if you're not. There's 3 different channel links that you're more than welcome to check it out. And again, Tommy and Des, you're more than welcome to put them in the chat as well. But as of Monday, they are in all the descriptions. Dino Mac.
Yeah.
Dino Mac.
That's what I was
Buddy,
trying not to bust out
Kelly, I told him, I says, go over there, let Kajun know I need to take a smoke break, and then I'm gonna be there. And
well, I had you on the phone with the volume on low, and I heard when you said that. Oh. And Jennifer came and told me, and I was like, yeah, I'm listening to both at the same time with the volume low.
He never took a smoke break, though.
I never did take my smoke break. I jumped over here, and I was like, screw it, let's just go in.
So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this basically the same thing I've been planning on doing in the morning. Desi and Tommy are gonna come on, and if they need to take a break or they need to go somewhere, it'll still be where we're not cutting a live short, and that we can still stay in and chat and talk about any particular topics. And again, I know he does the same thing that I do, where we drop the link if you want to come in, and it's basically no set topics. But what we're gonna do is we can some of the days of the week when they're in here, if they want to talk about a particular thing, we will still put that into our video and help each other at the same time. And Tommy, why don't you talk about that?
Absolutely. Like I say, I love just the free kind of free chat. Let chat go where it's going to go. Talk about what they want to talk about. Because we did talk about, if we come up with topics, we might not have a topic people want to hear about that day. I'm not going to force anybody to listen to something. Tell us what you want to talk about. Only thing, like I said in our channel, is we will talk about, for me and Des personally, to hold us accountable real quick, sometime during the show, is just talk about our little accountability goals and whether we accomplish them or we still need to improve on getting them done. Other than that, we're pretty open just to hang out and have a good time. And it was so hard this morning not to make the announcement. I had to wait for Des to get back, and I'm like, oh man, come on. I talked to you before, and I was like, it's probably going to be a pretty short live this morning.
Yeah.
Over there, but man, wicked storm rolling through here. So
I couldn't see but maybe 5 feet in front of me. I had to pull over a few times going to the doctor and back from the doctor. And then when I tried to pull over when I got bad at some points, I couldn't pull over because I couldn't see and I didn't want to end up in a ditch. And then the truck was gliding on the water, and then I was hitting puddles, and it was like, I couldn't see. It was bad.
I saw the news this morning, how that big old but the disturbance was coming across, y'all.
Yeah,
it was.
So, and it was kind of funny, actually, go into a little bit more detail about how we both kind of jumped on the time slot. When we did it, we did talk about it, and we thought we had it worked out. Oh, great, Tommy's on at 9, I'm on at 10, and we both did the same thing that I'm guilty of all the time. I always forget we're not in the same time zone.
Exactly.
So Tommy's like, it'll work out great. And then Monday came around and we're like, it's 9 o'clock. What is going on? And then Tommy's like,
I was like, I thought he ain't going on until 10. What is going on? Oh.
I told Robert the same thing that next morning. I said, Robert, I don't know what's going on. I said, because I know we talked about it. So wait a minute, aren't they in Wisconsin? I said, yeah. I said, well, that's why. You're not even in the same time zone.
Right. And I forget about that all the time, People.
That's why I reached out to you by email, because it's you basically almost. It sounds like you were doing almost the same thing I'm doing, as far as letting the chat get involved and comments and things like that. Yeah. And so that's when I wanted to talk to you more about it, because this way here, there was a great solution, because then you wanted to be not tied down to those hours in case if you only needed to go run through things, like you were saying on your weekend thing. So
absolutely. I mean, it works out better for it. That's why I said, I know I told him that you offered a channel rotation or whatever, and I'll just keep it on your channel because I'm flighty.
He forgets. He's really smart and he does a lot of amazing things, but try to keep YouTube channels and to do that. And he can't do.
I've done it where okay, we got a live, and then I'll make an arrangement to go do a local deal or something. And I'll set it up for at 9:30. 20 minutes away, and she's like, we got a live in the morning, and I'm like, oh shoot, now do I change the live or do I call this person back and say, oh, I can't meet you, then let's reschedule? So it's I've done that way more than once.
Oh yeah,
that's why I like to get all my thumbnails done no later than Sunday, because then what I do is I send the links to everyone who either is a guest or involved with the show. That way they not only have the link, but they can share it as they see fit for them. And I would too, And so that's why I sent you the link to make sure everything was okay that you liked in the description, because I've made sure I put everything in the description. I use that very faithfully.
Yeah, it looks good. And we did add you to our description to our morning live this morning.
I saw that, And so I also want to thank Richard. Good morning to Richard, Ford Pinto backwards flipped. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming and supporting the channel. And so that is our biggest news that I wanted to share with y'all, because we have been talking about it behind the scenes. We had some major talking about what would be the best for both of us. Without basically stepping on each other's toes, but also coming together as one. And so that was the best thing that we can come up with. And so we both agreed to do it. And I want to welcome Sonny to the Las Vegas Thrifts. Welcome. And so it's definitely.
Okay, Dinomac wants to know a little bit about you. It's first time in here.
Seen you around, but know much about you. Can you do a brief intro? Sure, no problem. I also have an intro in the beginning of all my videos. Actually, in my YouTube channel, when you go to my homepage. But I'm originally born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. Actually, before I moved to New Orleans, I was living in a town south of New Orleans. And yes, there is a lot, even a Gulf with a beach of Grand Isle. But I moved to Massachusetts. It's been a year, this June 24th. And the reason we moved is because I am married to my husband, Robert. And every now and then, if you're in the chat, and he's in the chat when he's not working, you'll see him as Robert Krenek. And he basically is a great supporter of what I want. He's the one that actually got me into, talked me into like going to do reselling with eBay and doing YouTube channels. And I actually started YouTube. It was a year in July that I actually started eBay. And then it's going to be a year in November on Thanksgiving Day that I've been doing YouTube. And I came up with the idea of networking and collaborations because I see there was a lot of channels that really wasn't focused on other channels to promote and get their names out there, even if they were like under 100 subs or even over 1,000 subs. And so what I did was I wanted to create a channel where we can definitely network and collaborate with each other, but also promote each one's channel. Not only to help each other grow, but help others who may need some guidance or positive feedback. And I try to make sure all my channel videos are, when we do a live, that they are in a positive manner. And so that's why I wanted my show to lean more into that direction. And so far, I've been doing the lives now since March, and I'm finding that I'm not only growing, but I'm getting to meet a lot of new people who we work together with and communicate and share alike. And I also want to welcome Kaiser, the reseller on the road. He was actually one of my guests this week. As far as Monday and Wednesday, I was doing a 5:30 p.m. Eastern with guests, and he was my last guest for this week on Wednesday. And so therefore, that's a little bit more about myself. If you want to know more, I do have all of that in the descriptions of my videos. I do have a intro with Meet Kajun, if you would like to see that. And I also plan on keeping, and I'm doing every Tuesday with a rotation with Adventures in Reselling Victoria and LS-Larry. We rotate each week on our channels, and this Tuesday coming up, we will be having bingo. And we do that every Tuesday, kind of get a little relaxation, a little bit something different, and it's free to play, and you win prizes if you win bingo. We do like the 5 number between 1 and 75, and you basically play those numbers throughout the whole game, and you win prizes. And so therefore, that's what I do on Tuesdays. And of course, Saturdays I do a live as well at 4 o'clock with Larry. And what we do there is we have guests. And when we don't have a guest, we just do an open mic, just like I do during the week. And that way we let anyone that's in the chat that wants to advertise and promote their channel, we let them come on and do that as well. All right, Kajun and Tommy, any plans on what kind of contents you tend to be serving up, reselling related and general conversations? Okay, what we're going to be doing with that is basically like we do already. It's not going to be a particular topic. And basically what I do when I do my shows, I go with the flow of what is going on in the chat. If somebody brings up a topic or a conversation, we kind of feed off each other with that. And that's how I do my shows, where it's going to be basically fed off of what the chat's looking for or asking or comments. And then, of course, we do let guests come on and share. And that's how we kind of feed off of each other. Because there's some people who may have questions on something that I might not be able to answer, but maybe Tommy might or someone in the chat does. And so basically, that's what we do now. If we want to talk about something like accountability, there's some people that want to keep up on a certain goal for the week. I set my goals. I used to set it by the month, and then I went by the week, and I do it by the day because I find I can get more done by the day, but I still have that goal of what I want to get by the end of the week. Like right now, my biggest goal is I have my goal set for October 1st. I know what I want on my store by then, and so that's why I list everything I need to list each day as much as I can. At the beginning, I was listing about 45 to 75 pieces a day. I got bored. I got worn out quick with that. So now I try to do. I have everything in boxes with invoices. So as soon as I pull a box out or a crate out, my goal is to get that done for the day. So that's why I do a shorter term goal instead of a longer term goal.
And that's the same with us too. We have, like I say, we're going to address like our goals and accountability, briefly on each show, just so we can document it. And anybody that would like to partake with us in that, awesome, great. Sometimes it's easier when you're doing it with people. It's just like exercising. It's easier to exercise with somebody than by yourself.
Exactly.
And we have long-term life goals that we have not been doing great at accomplishing. So we're breaking it down to micro goals to achieve the big term goal. Right. And we're doing it, like I say, we plan on being on like 3 days a week. We might join you an extra day,
right?
Whatever, depending on what's going on. But we felt comfortable with 3 days a week due to our schedule. So we put our goals on like a 2-day. Every 48 hours, we want to accomplish this.
Right.
And it's the same way, because when you have them big goal, it's like it's a big goal. It seems like it's so far out there to reach. And that's why we were failing, because we had the big goals, but we didn't have the short-term goals that we needed to accomplish to get there. Please have a lot of fun.
I know that. Ow.
Well, I'm sorry to say, in my type of way I want to do things, I stay away from drama. I don't like it and don't want it. So, but again, every now and then you can't stop when somebody does have a little bit of drama going on, and you can't help it. But we try to do our best and not have it.
Drama in the reseller community, I think is pretty bad in a lot of cases, and it needs to be less. The resellers need to come together, and just in the world today, look what's happening, and the reseller, just on a small level, we need to come together instead of creating these divides that are being created. And I think with the platform that you're running here, the type of show you're running, I think it's a good step in that direction.
Thank you. I want to welcome also Tinsel Teal. She was one of the first. I started doing videos a year ago, actually November. So when I would put out a video, she was always the first one to comment on my videos. She would always be the first one to like it. She was the first one to give me comments. And I need to check out her channel. She does some great work. So don't forget to drop your link to your channel. Jennifer's already on it. And go check her out, because she does some cute little small videos, nothing long. But she does a lot of cute little videos, and it's something you can enjoy.
Check that out. Yep, Destinie's on go to it right now.
Yeah.
She
was the first on everything that when I put a video out, she was there automatically.
I'm already subscribed, but I didn't have the bell rung.
Make sure you'll have the bell on, because that's the only way you'll get notifications. And also, sometimes if you don't hit the bell of all notifications, that's how you lose subscribers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I
that.
try to remember when I'm subscribing to somebody new, I always try to remember to go back and do the all notifications, because I find if I don't do that, that's when I lose subscribers from what I'm watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that explains.
Yeah.
That's something I can come up with as a solution to what I see, because that's what I've been doing. And if I forget to do that bell and I go back, I see that I'm not subscribed anymore. So when I do, I make sure I hit that all notification.
Cool.
Yeah. And so also, for those that are just coming in, the news is that Tommy and I and Daz are going to be doing the weekly shows starting next week. We're going to have it scheduled for them on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And anytime else they want to just jump on and come in and talk about whatever they want to talk about. We can also talk about any particular topic. We're not going to set a topic for each day, but we'll just go with the flow like I've been doing. But they're going to be joining us on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for sure. And then on any other day they might want to come in. So make sure you subscribe to myself, and make sure you subscribe. And in the description bars below, if you don't get it through the chat, those links to each one of their channels are in the description bar on the chat. And I don't think I put it this morning. I need to go back and add it. But I think I did. I'm not sure. If I didn't, I'm going to have to put it in there. But anyway, that will be taken care of. And so make sure you don't forget to subscribe to each one of them and hit the notifications.
And we do have our other channel, that the Adventures on the Cheap channel, which is nothing. I know most people in here are resellers. Right. And just so so people know, It's not a reselling channel. It's an adventure, budgeting, fishing type channel. It sounds like it's massively spread, but it's all kind of circled around the same thing.
Right.
So if you like the outdoors and you like saving money while enjoying the outdoors, that's the channel to check out.
Pretty much. This is how I look at it. If you're cheap, you'll want to watch. If you're cheap,
I'm not cheap. I don't like the word cheap. I like the word frugal.
Right. I also want to welcome Rhonda in the chat. That's Barg Berkman. That is Rhonda. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
And also, if y'all didn't know, yesterday we had Desi on, and we talked. It was a great topic of conversation where the chat was really engaged, and I like that. And so maybe every now and then we'll have that again, because someone has asked if I get that to be done more often. So that would be something we can look at as well. Awesome. Go ahead and talk a little bit more about that for those who might not know you, that was not here yesterday, or know your channel.
Okay, so I am the Shamrock, and my channel is about mental health. I struggle with mental health, so I figured I would, well, with the help of this man right here, I needed a place to go last year, and I didn't have one when everything went crazy for me. And so we looked, there wasn't one. So he told me, make one. So my channel is a mental health safe place. You don't have to worry about being judged. You can listen, you can participate. I do a Saturday live at 11 a.m. Central Time, and everybody is welcome. I open the panel up for anybody who would like to join, to share their story, be it they're having a hard time, or if they're having an awesome time, and just share whatever you're comfortable with. But it's a safe place, and that was my goal. I love doing it because it helps me as much as it helps you guys, or anybody anybody who struggles with mental health.
Yeah,
So.
I remember when you first started a year ago, and the way things happened for you and Tommy. And that's when I started watching you. But I was watching Tommy when he was doing a live as well in the mornings, and that's how I got to know both of y'all. And so it was a great honor to have you yesterday, because of the fact that it just so happened that I had a conversation with someone, and it just so happened when you came in the chat, it was a perfect opportunity, and I was able to bring everybody together in that situation. And so and that's something that no one needs to feel that they're should be ashamed of, because that's in everybody's life. You just never know what's going to happen. Yeah,
and with me always feeling judged because of the things I've been through, the things I struggle with, I want that. I want people to know you're not going to be judged. You're going to be welcomed with open arms and nothing but pure love, no matter what the situation is. And mental health affects people differently, and so that's why we come together and we help each other out. We have each other's back. I do hashtag support buddy, because that just helps people to know that they can reach out to somebody, find somebody. It's important. Right. I have this guy right here. Let me tell you, he kicks me in the butt when I need it, because he knows when I need it. And other times he's very, he's right there listening to me. And even though he is my main support system, he couldn't help me last year when my spleen stuff happened. And so it was overwhelming. And so the community that I have with the mental health on Saturdays, they're amazing people. They are amazing people, very encouraging. And that's what people need when they have mental health struggles, is they need people to encourage, but be very blunt and honest with them, so that they can reevaluate what's going on in their head.
Right.
And it's also, like you say, it's a safe place. It's a heavily moderated channel.
Yes, very
right.
much.
Anybody that does come in there that makes anybody feel just not right, or nothing, there's no tolerance for any type of drama in there.
Exactly.
Not at all. Because
if somebody can do me a favor, and I think it's in my description, if not, make sure we have the links to their channels. If somebody can get that for us, please.
Yeah, my channel, my admins are wickedly quick and wickedly badass, or bad butt. Sorry. They're wickedly cool. There, that's the word. Beep, beep, beep. Sorry. But they are, and they everybody does what they can to help whoever
Exactly.
needs it at that point. And my chat does not have a direction. I tried doing the direction thing. It didn't work out. So it is a free-for-all talk because, the weather could trigger somebody.
Yeah.
We talk about triggers. So, the weather could be triggering somebody. So we sit and we talk about the weather and we give good and bad about the weather. And 9 times out of 10, that person is relaxed by the time they leave the chat.
Exactly.
So
also welcome in the chat, Cody. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day today and everything's going well with each and every one of y'all.
Hello.
So what y'all have planned for the weekend?
Well, we this is part of our accountability thing, since you bring it up. The goal for me is to eat dinner Sunday evening in our newly finished living room.
Oh, wonderful.
Now that we brought Des down here, our living room is left open and everything. So get that, we're going to do a good floor to ceiling cleanup and rearranging. We got a curio cabinet we're going to pick up that
for my
Destinie's mom's giving up.
Okay.
So I don't know if that will happen this weekend because they're just getting back from vacation. Yeah. So
the curio cabinet, but we all have a place for it when we get it.
We're going to give them.
Okay.
When they say, come on, we don't want to just go borrow them as soon as they get back. But the goal is, it's a weekend, so we're not being as hard on ourselves as we were this week getting stuff done. So just to get our living room back as a living room and not half living room, half printing business.
Right, exactly. But what's good about it, you get closer to your goal now because you already took that first step.
Right.
Tina says in chat, she's like, squirrels happen in Destinie's or Dez's place, but it's all good. And I do. I go off on squirrel moments, and my aunt usually comes on. If you want to hear me get yelled at, my aunt comes on.
She moderates you and brings you back on focus.
Yes, she does. So,
and then we need that every now and then too, because sometimes if you get into the chat, and I see that happen sometimes too, where one subject starts and then all of a sudden you just go off on another subject, and it's like, okay, somebody's got to bring you back. So that happens all the time, though.
My aunt is Tommy's age, and she's about 8 years older than me, and let me tell you, she is one of my favorite aunts in the whole wide world. She really is. And she took care of me as a baby. And I'm gonna have a live where I'm gonna have her come on when she's not so busy, and we're gonna talk about things from my past that she knows that I don't remember. So that should be a very interesting live.
Right. And that's what I like about the shows that when I started doing this, especially when I started already on Saturdays and then I brought it into the week. Because with some people that couldn't make the Saturday show. So that's why I brought it to the week. And I find that it's worked really well because every time you start with a particular topic, and it brings everybody closer together to where they're going to start talking about a certain thing, and then it just spawns off on other conversations. And that's what I like about it.
And that's the thing too. Tina says, I love your aunt. I know, my aunt is so cool. And so my Nana passed away a couple years ago, and she's the one that was there for me during that time. I was very close to my Nana and my cousin Corey and stuff. And she was there for me. I stayed with her, or her daughter, my cousin Shelly, during the time I was down there. And let me tell you, they kept me in check anytime my anxiety would kick in. But they're both nurses. They're both nurses. And so they were able to reel me in really quick, which was very unusual for me. I wasn't expecting that. So, I mean, if you haven't met my aunt, come to my chats because she's in there, and I'm hoping that she pops up in here because we did drop your link and stuff. So I'm hoping she pops up in here. So,
okay, if anyone hasn't subbed to Matt, his name is Matt Romero. Go check him out. He has awesome content, and that way y'all can check him out and subscribe to him. And also, I saw I'm going to put a link in the chat. I don't know if y'all know, for those who have come to the chat already for the first time today, I also just put the link to my cooking show, which I need to put a video up for, and that's why I'm saying it so I can remind myself to do it today. I try to make sure I upload a video on Fridays.
Well,
I love his cooking channel.
Oh,
I am addicted to your cooking channel.
Thank you. And so I need to put a couple more because I'm going to be filming another one today. I'm doing smothered potatoes, and some people may call it stewed potatoes with sausage, and I'm doing andouille sausage as well.
Uh-oh. That's right up your alley.
I'm a sausage fan. You know, I love all kinds of sausages.
So yeah, that's my accountability for me for this week. I need to make sure I get, because I've been having people ask me, "What's your next video?" You've been talking about it, so I got to get it done. And so I have videos lined up. I just got to edit them and put them together. That's
my problem. I don't have enough time in the day, and by the time I remember, I'm like, oh, I forgot to do the video.
That's how it was this last week.
Being down here, he's going to kick me in the butt for that. So
right. And for me, I have been so busy for the last week and getting all this new show together and lining up the things I've been lining up. And then now that it's already passed and I didn't have those extra shows that I was doing on the morning and the evening. So now I got more time to be able to do that. So I definitely need to do it because I've been having others ask me for it. So, and that's how I got started with the cooking channel, was basically when I was in chats. Well, I'm listening, but I'm cooking right now. And I would say, "What you cooking?" So I would tell them, and then all of a sudden it would come up to, "Well, you need to start a cooking show." And so that's how I'm getting that done.
There you go.
And we're foodies. We are foodies. We are foodie people. Like we love our food.
And
as you can tell,
if you're already doing something, that's part of how Adventures on the Cheap came about.
Yeah.
If you're already doing something, it's different trying to find and think, well, what kind of video can I make? You know, I gotta go to the thrift store because I need some reselling content, you know. But if you're already doing something, all you gotta do is record it now, you know. So that eliminates a lot of stress. And me, I'm very lucky because our 12-year-old daughter wants to get into videography. So now I don't even have to operate the camera. I just do what I do, and she's there. And then we sit down and edit it. But she's learning how to edit. So once she gets to that point, I'll be able to drop videos left and right because she's following with the camera, and she'll take care of the rest for Dad. You know,
right?
Okay, awesome. So Gary said free hand massage if you're a new subscriber. Lisa C and I were on the same page. I was going to ask, can I unsubscribe and then resubscribe for that massage? And Lisa's like,
that's what Lisa just said, yeah. And for me, when I was doing the cooking show, I was already told, well, look, you're already cooking. Why don't you just do a video? And so I had to think about it. It's like, I don't measure anything. I'm more eyeball with everything. So now it made me think, okay, let me go ahead and measure stuff because that's how I am when I'm cooking anyway. But I already put all my items together where I set everything up for what I'm doing. So I said, okay, let me just do it. And so now I do it. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. It's fun.
There's the one guy. Oh, I can't think of the channel. I haven't been watching a lot of YouTube. He's a Southern guy. He's from, you might even know who he is. He's got a Southern cooking channel, but he's from the North here. And
you're talking about Q gotta be kidding or something like that?
No, that doesn't sound familiar. He's a bigger guy, and his wife is usually filming.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't know the channel because I think I came across that channel.
But he's one of those. It's a dash of this, a pinch of that. You know, he doesn't have any precise, because he's like everybody's got different taste buds. So you might want 2 pinches, or but he gives you like a baseline.
Right, and that's why I say in all my videos, whenever I'm doing the seasoning part, just remember that you can always put more at the end when you're cooking what you're doing, because at the beginning, if you put too much in it, you can never take it out.
Exactly. Right. I learned that the hard way. I didn't cook before, Tommy and I. Like, I would make like TV dinners, and I'd make pizza, and I thought at one point in time in my life I could cook because I took cooking classes throughout my whole high school, middle school time. And so I was like, yeah. And then I was told my food didn't taste good, so I stopped. Out with Tommy, and he's like, that's because you don't add seasoning. And I'm like, oh, so that's the difference. So
yeah, that's the difference.
I made him spaghetti one night. And you call it what? A Hungarian goulash or something? What do you call it?
It's to me, it's more of a Hungarian style spaghetti, because it's not just your spaghetti traditional sauce meat over over noodles. I mean,
Right.
she's got like whole sausage chunks in there. She's got some pepper in there. I mean,
I make it from scratch.
She's got
sauce.
more than what you would just think spaghetti sauce is.
Right.
And her sauce, actually, I prefer not to eat it over noodles. I prefer to eat it on like a hoagie bun with an Italian sausage link on there, and then smother it with that. It's that type of sauce to me. I wouldn't call it spaghetti sauce, even though it is good over pasta.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I first met Robert, and I'd do a lot of cooking from scratch. And one day he came up to me and he says, "Can we just have a ragu out of the jar type spaghetti?" It's like, what? Like, I don't even buy that kind of stuff.
That's what I say to her every once in a while. I'm like, damn, man, that box of Hamburger Helper looks good, you know?
I don't need a Hamburger Helper. Nope.
And so, yeah, I don't do the box of Hamburger Helpers. I don't do the jar stuff. I make my stuff from scratch. And so every now and then I'll do that because he's asking me, can we have this? Sure. Don't add anything to it. It's like, okay, it's going to be hard.
I like going to places and I will try something, like I'm really interested in something. So I tried this cabbage soup once at a gas station a truck stop restaurant. I came home, I mimicked it, and then tweaked it.
Right.
And it was better than the truck stop, and it was good at the truck stop. So I was like, yeah.
we can't even go buy, and we don't do it often. We rarely buy these. Yeah. But sometimes when they're like 4 for $10, we can't even buy a Jack's Pizza without adding some extra cheese and some oregano and sweet basil and some mushrooms and stuff on top,
I'll do that even when I buy a fresh pizza from the marketplace, and I still have to add more of something on it because I don't find it's enough on the pizza.
Yeah, you gotta make it your own.
Yeah, for sure. And
we actually make our own pizzas out of and we should do a video on that.
We should.
But you ever hear of the 2-ingredient pizza dough?
Red and whatever ingredient?
We make it, and it's made with self-rising flour and Greek yogurt. And it makes awesome pizza dough. Awesome.
That sounds good.
It is really good. Really good. And we each get our own toppings, and he makes the pizza dough because I tried and I'm not good at it.
She's not used to, when you're working with like a pizza dough, depending on your humidity level, you may need a little more or a little less flour. And she's not at that point of being able to figure out, damn, do I need more of this or less of that?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't make it the exact. I can't tell you the base ratio: 2 cups self-rising flour, 1 cup Greek yogurt. But
the same way,
it varies depending on your humidity, your temperature.
Altitude.
Now, once you do your dough like that, do you just cook it automatically from there when you're baking and doing your pizza, or you just have to you don't have to let it rise?
You don't have to let it rise. You knead it together. I'm spoiled. I use a KitchenAid. I'm not kneading for 15 minutes. I put it in the KitchenAid, and you'll get the consistency. It'll come out just like a regular pizza dough consistency. And
and you still use the hook.
Yeah, use the dough hook. You don't have to let it rise. It can go from right there to we throw it. Sometimes we make pizza. Sometimes we'll make it calzone style.
Oh wow, that sounds good.
It's universal dough, and I love it. But this guy here, thank God he's a reseller, because he got my KitchenAid for $20.
Wow.
Yeah, with all the attachments.
With all the attachments,
all
that's right.
The whisk, the dough hook, the paddle, the spill-proof cover thing. And,
got it for $20.
I want to do a shout out to make sure everyone knows that this weekend there is going to be an auction. It's a marathon auction with Westside Gary is going to be rotating on channels with Adana. And so if y'all don't know about that yet, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to Gary. And that way y'all can check it out. And also 2 hip chicks, that's Dawn and Mary. They started with a rotation with flipping particles. Well, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have their live. So make sure you check them out and go check their channel and make sure you subscribe to them because they have an awesome show. and she must have just found out about the news. So yes, just to do a catch up on that news for those that are just coming in and might not have heard yet. We're going to start on Monday, and today we wanted to do the actual news break of it. We're going to start collaborating together. And we'll still have the links in the chat for those that would like to come on and give a little shout out to your channel and that kind of thing. And we're not going to do any type of topics, but we will start talking about whatever, just like we do now, except we're combining us together. And it'll be every day, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock a.m. on my channel. But then Des and Tommy will be on there on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and any other day during the week that would like to come on. And we basically going to do the same thing we've been doing this whole week. Just making it a better platform for everybody.
Because we were pretty much running the same show at the same time, but on 2 different channels. So
merging it was just a miscommunication because we didn't realize we were both in different time zones. And I heard he wanted 9. I was like, that's be perfect. He said, oh yeah, that's be perfect. And then I'm getting notifications y'all gone live, and so
they just need one YouTube time zone, so everybody gets it right. Because I get confused with time zones already.
Yeah.
And then, so.
But it worked out to the best for both of us, and we discussed it and we worked it out to where this is what we're going to do, and we'll start it on Monday morning. So look, all the thumbnails are done for the shows already for the week starting Monday. So you're more than welcome to go set those reminders. Don't forget to subscribe to both my channel and Des and Tommy's channels. Those are in the description bars below of the videos. And so we're just going to go with the flow, whatever conversation is going on in the chat at the time.
Absolutely.
Tommy's the doughboy. That's cute.
Craig, Blanchard Picker says he hasn't figured out YouTube time yet.
Yeah. Welcome, Shark.
It would be nice if it was just a universal YouTube time,
Right.
It is confusing, especially if they say, okay, you're watching somebody and they're plugging a show on another channel. Well, we're going to have this auction at 1 o'clock. Okay, but where are you? So I know what your 1 o'clock is. First you have to figure out where they are and then figure out the time zone difference. And sometimes it's not real easy, especially if it's somebody you're not familiar with.
Exactly. And that's why I try to remember when I'm announcing things in my shows that it's PM Eastern or AM Eastern.
Right.
Because it's hard because I was on somebody's show a couple of weeks ago, and she said it's going to be at I think she said like 3:30 or 2:30 her time or something like that. And I said, okay, well, where you at?
Right.
Because that's kind of like a different time zone here. So I got to remember to ask that.
Or I don't know how to say the person's YouTube name, so I apologize. But they said everyone should just use Eastern.
I think that might have been. I'm trying to find it.
RGER.
Oh, that's Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Argerkman. Yeah. That's
how I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. So
that's Rhonda. Also want to welcome J Marie in the chat. Welcome. And so that's our announcement. We both did our different announcements on our channels today because we wanted to basically bring out the news to each and every one of you. And this way we're not butting heads on the times where you're trying to watch both channels. Now you're going to come to one and watch it all on one channel.
Well, see, and the thing is what makes it easier for me by just joining up with you and Big In on your channel is because I'm not going to be live on my channel watching your channel on the other screen.
Yeah, because I was trying to do the same thing and it was a little hard.
Yeah. So Tim would like to know what your shirt says, Tommy.
My shirt. Okay. Destiny made me a shirt.
I did make this for him.
She made me a shirt. And I'm a very outspoken person, and I keep it good on Kajun's channel, but on my channel, I'm a little bit more outspoken. But my shirt says, I am not scared to say what others just think. Because so many times people are like, oh man, I'd love to just tell them how I feel. And I'm the type of person that does.
Yeah.
And then it's got my little Tommy 2.0 patch here. And then, so this shirt, Destiny makes these type of shirts and automotive decals and stuff like that. So I'm able to have a shirt that I like that says something I like, but we want to be able to write it off. So then we have
our advertisement on the back. Oh, I forgot to take my tag off from the doctor's office. And then I have my sweatshirt that has Shamrock Pixie on it, prints by TBE.
And then she also has
the advertisement on the back. Can you see it?
That's so cool.
So let me tell you, I love doing it. It's fun, and nobody's going to take it away from me.
So if anybody is interested in shirts or auto decals, you know, she does like the vinyl for your web addresses or your logos, your branding on your decals, or she's got a store that just has various different decals. Definitely check out Prints by TBE on eBay, or get a hold directly to Des. She can customize something for you.
At the Shamrock Pixie at gmail.com. The Shamrock Pixie at gmail.com.
She does shirts, she does car decals, or interior
mugs.
wall. She has removable interior, like where people have, like, you know, the sayings on their walls or whatever, in vinyl decals, and yes, coffee mugs too.
Yeah.
I'm not using one. Usually I'm using one you made.
Yeah, and I stopped at Quick Trip.
Also, just to let y'all know, at 12 o'clock, if you're not subscribed to her, it's the Flipping Particles. That's D. She's also goes live at 12 between Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays are days that she goes live. So if y'all haven't checked her out, go ahead and see. She does her lives where she, I think Dawn, if I'm not mistaken, I've been guilty of not watching it because I've been very busy after the morning now. And so, but they do a rotation on the channel where Dawn and Mary goes on theirs, and they're the two hip chicks. And then, of course, D with the Flipping Particles goes on the opposite day. So I just got the notification. That's what reminded me to let y'all know and remind y'all to go check her out and let her know we sent you.
For sure.
All right. So being that we're getting close to the 12 o'clock hour, I want to make sure we get off where everybody can go back and do what they want to do, or anyone else to watch another live stream. I want to thank each and every one of you, as I say every day. If it wouldn't be for you coming and supporting the channel, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And I really enjoy having this type of platform to be able to share with each and every one of you, whether it's in a good situation or a bad situation where we can pray for you if you need a prayer or whatever it may be. And just to spread the good news if something's going on in your life and you just want to talk about it. That's how the topic basically gets started in the chat and in the live. So with that being said, don't forget to come back on Monday and check us out. We will start live at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern on my channel. Don't forget to make sure you're subscribed to Des and Tommy, and there are links as well. And we'll see y'all on the next show. And as I always say, love forever, love always, for free.
Much love.
And so we'll see you on the next show. Y'all have a great weekend.
Looking forward to Monday.
See you in a few seconds.